Yeah, 550 kilotons. As soon as I touch atmosphere, I am going down. Wherever I go down, it will be permanent. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to Let's Play Empyrion Star Salvage. I am 7-foot Dust Bunny, and this is our CV. And hopefully, she's had a few fixing upping, mainly around the back here. If we go around, I've done a bit of work around here. This part is almost sealed, though we're a little shy on blocks. We need some more steel blocks for external bits. We now have at least sort of enough thrusters. We have thruster wise, we still have 5 up and 1 down. Something is not right there. Let's regroup these thrusters. It should be more than that down. 3 down. Really, we've got more up than we need, and I'm probably gonna take at least one of those off and make it a down, so at least we got 4 on each. There we go. Let's find somewhere to put it. We'll put it on the other side. I've taken away quite a few cargo extensions. I mean, I think this one I've reduced down to 176. I've taken this one out completely, so now we have 4 extensions, 1 ammo extension. Well, that will get switched over to a cargo version. And I've reduced this one down a little. This one's still maxed. Mainly just to get CPU levels under control. We're down at 430,000 CPU, which is about where I want it to be, because I've got to bear in mind I need to install a warp drive, and I'm probably going to want to install a constructor of some description on here, which is going to cost CPU. So actually we're a bit less than 430,000 because I've taken a thruster off, and those thrusters cost about 13,000. So there we go, 444. So off. So that places us, if we look at this bit, and we now have 1 rear one right thruster, so we should probably take that other thruster in our inventory and put it on the right somewhere, because we have 3 left and 1 right, so we need to get another right in before we get moving. I added a slot here somewhere for some right thrusters, right here. There we go. I need to rebuild this bit on the back for the other thrusters. Ultimately, we're never going to have as many thrusters as this thing needs right now, because we've just not got the CPU level. So again, if I re-auto group it again, this is why I'm not naming anything at the moment. That takes us to 458. So by the time we put the warp drive in, we're gonna be pretty close to max CPU. And there's still a lot of work to do inside. But in the current state, it should actually be flyable. We might need to add some fuel, which is fine. We actually have quite a lot of fuel kicking around. So let's see if we can put some fuel in. Nope, doesn't accept that kind of fuel. Excellent. Let's chuck those in. Okay, 20% fuel. So, can we drive? Can we drive? Our thrusters are off at the moment. We can drive, and we have a detector. There we go. Now, over here there was CV option 2, which had some definite potentials, and there was a Cerberus crossback. Now, I think I'm going to have a look and just to check on the Cerberus crossback and option 2, just to check whether or not there is any CPU extenders for T3. I think that would be hugely optimistic to hope that there would be. But you know, I'm a hugely optimistic kind of a guy. But yeah, I'm going to need it. So one of the things I've actually been thinking about to that end is that we saw a very small CV. One that would probably fit on the landing bay on the back of this ship. So we saw that one. And part of me is thinking, do I take that one for now and use it just to run around the local area, salvage and make some money? Because I could completely make money out of it by just picking up thrusters and other bits like that, as we've seen. So anyway, let's pop over and have a look at these again, and we'll talk about it there. Okay, so here we are at the crossback. So my plan is, I'm not doing anything with this crossback, by the way. This is a plan for other things. Make sure this is my claim core. This is my claim core. Excellent. So the plan is going to be, one, we steal all the fuel from this, because why the hell not at this point. There we go. Yeah, and we'll steal your oxygen too. Thank you. But we steal parts from these vessels and we'll use them to sell them to get bits towards T3 cores, which we're going to need a T3 core on this ship in order to make it truly viable. But that's okay. But if you remember, at the other debris field, it says at the debris field that was over here, we found a very small version of the CV that's got all the thrusters on the moon, and that which I think we could turn into a small workhorse that would even actually probably dock on that back landing plate reasonably. It might need extending to dock on that back landing plate. Oh yeah, I'm glad I've got one of those. That gives us something else to do. Yeah, that would dock on that back landing plate and allow us to go up and down to like the moon's surface and different areas and pick up bits of useful material, basically, that we can sell off in order to get things like the claim core and things like that. So cannon turret, yes please. This is definitely one of the things we need. One thing I haven't been doing, which I should do, is start looking in the device menu, because there may be things such as core extensions and things like that I'm missing, which I don't see. There isn't on this, which is fine, but for example, it was only when I went into the device menu on the CV we've now taken that I realized it had a shield. And a shield is awesome. I would have been so gutted to have basically lost the shield due to not checking properly. That's some fuel tanks. So I think, you know, I need to go into the device menu as a routine, and then I can actually check to ensure, thank you, I get everything that I should be getting. Really, all the juicy bits, of course. Because that's what you need, the juicy bits. So there's 2 cargo boxes left, which we can check if they have anything good in them. I'm pretty sure they don't. Wood, okay. We'll take it just because there's not much wood in space. And we want a couple of thrusters. There's a T1 generator. See, and also, for example, that CV would be useful because we know there's that junk storage with 10 T1 generators in there. Now, if I remember rightly, that place was buying T1 generators for ridiculous amounts of cash. So, I want that T1 generator. I want all the T1 generators I can obviously lay my hands on. We'll take your sofa. You may as well. And even your toilet. Now, what I'm looking for here is the T1 generator. To see if I can find it. I can't see it. I can't even see the other thrusters. But that's fine. Ways and means around that. We can turn that on. And we can turn on these 2 and find them. And I love the fact that Elyon these days have actually fixed it so that the marker disappears when you take it. And there we go. Good, good, good. So that should be all the juicy bits off there. I need to pick up my claim core. Oh, oxygen tank. Missed an oxygen tank. I'll take that oxygen tank too. Anymore? I'll take that one as well. Oh, and I'll take that little grill right there. Okay, I'll pick up my claim core. Now, one thing I will do while I'm here, just because I can, and it's so much easier with the new tool, is thruster. Yay! Power on your CV! Because I've completed that bit of the quest. I am going to take that thruster off again. For now. Now, we will... I'm not used to the glass not being broken. I'm trying to fly in through the glass. So, it says power on your CV. I am going to power it off and power it on. Da-da-da! Good. If your capital vessel doesn't have a generator or fuel tank, you will need to build these. Got them. Along with a cockpit in order to use your capital vessel. Congratulations, you've now reached rank 4 of engineering. And oh, we got large optronic bridges. Even with a capital vessel at your disposal, it's occasionally necessary to store resources and valuables in a safe location. Abandoned space stations can be found throughout the galaxy. One of these would make a perfect base of operations. If you find a suitable derelict orbital station, you should repair it and turn it into your base of operations. If you have an ally who specializes in exploration, nope. This could help out immensely. Locate a derelict orbital station and make it an operational base. Okay. Now, large optronic bridges. Bridges did I just see. Now, if we go to our engineering tree, can we make... So what do we need? 2 large optronic bridges. Bridges. So we... whoa, I thought you needed a matrice for these. Am I wrong? I thought you needed 1 matrices for those. So that means I could even have upgraded the little one, because I've got the small optronic bridges. Oh wow, I'm an idiot. Long ago I could have upgraded the Fightertron to T3 as well, which would have helped out immensely, because if I'd upgraded the Fightertron, I probably would have put the shield on it already, and that would have gone a long way. So in which case, what I need to lay my hands on is some constructors Ooh, that's a bit weird. The camera angle goes a bit funny when you get close to certain things, like this close. Because we're gonna rob this one blind now, which was our other option for a CV. But as we're not going to use it, we may as well take everything we can of value off it. So let's see what this has got. We got some ammo boxes. We got cockpit. We got a whole raft of thrusters, which we'll want to take. A food processor, sure, we'll take that as well. Anything else? RCS is pretty useless. 2 turrets, 1 pentaxid tank, and a large constructor. Speaking of constructors. And, of course, a T1 generator. So, we'd need to use our advanced constructor to make the core parts. But again, that's not the end of the world. I think we can do that. And in fact, I could have used those, I could have salvaged these bits. And I could salvage, in truth, some, was it, like abandoned CPU cores and stuff like that to start getting some, because I'm going to need some flux coils and power coils. Like these RCS, they should have, they've got oscillators, see, and things like that. These, for example, have cobalt alloy in them quite a bit, I believe. Right, we'll take those. We'll take you. I'm loving this master multi-tool, by the way. I should just mention, it is wonderful. So yeah, we are going to take everything this ship has, because at this point we may as well. I mean, it's going to be the best way of doing it. Now, Christ knows what these bullets do, but we'll take them for now. I remember finding those before and thinking, don't know what they do, but we'll find out. Gonna take that one. Did I loot the fridge? I did. We'll take the fridge anyway. This one, what you got for me? Some hydrogen bottles, okay. We'll take your plant. We'll take your med stations for sure. We'll take those, yep. I mean, like for example, these blocks. Normally, yeah, fiber optics. En masse. Be careful not to hit my claim core. These, for example, also tons of electronics and computers. So actually things like elevator blocks, especially with this tool, will come in extremely handy, because you can just rob them for raw resources. We'll take all the deco blocks. We'll be able to use them later. Now, there were some more thrusters around here somewhere. There's another oxygen tank. Yeah, I'm mostly happy with my decision. I do like the shape of this vessel. And I am a bit sad to have lost that. I mean, this looks like it's the cockpit right here, so this is actually the front end. And you would have had something coming across here, and a set of huge thrusters either side. I was actually going to turn it around, which would have been interesting, because for me, this wouldn't have been the back end. I think this would have been the front end, but we would have had to deal with that. I like how interesting the shape of this ship is in comparison to the other ship. However, I just don't think it's anywhere near as practical. It needs a lot of rebuilding. I mean, I could have just yeah, you could have probably bridged blocks across, made it work. There were ways and means with both vessels. But yeah, if you know, like this nacelle, I would love to put the up and down thrust in that nacelle. Let's use the salvage. Take that. Oop. Yoink. Take those deco blocks. Worth loads of little bits. But yeah, I don't know. I mixed on it, because when you look at how big this vessel is, I think it's actually bigger. Yeah, I think it's actually bigger. I think I would have eventually wanted to upgrade beyond this vessel. There's a M thruster, and there's fuel. Yes, fuel. Beautiful. How are we doing on... We've missed 2 thrusters here, which we'll grab. I have the large constructor. I'm pretty sure I can't actually make... So we have a large constructor, yes. I'm pretty sure I can't make T3 core parts in a large constructor. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need advanced. I am going to need advanced. I can make T3 small vessel, but I can't make T3 large vessel. So I'll go around and strip the rest of this out, and I think then we're going to try and jump this thing back to the main base, so to speak, for now at least. And then I'm probably going to take the warp drive out of it and take it with me and pick up that other CV I was talking about, and then use that as a workhorse. So let me strip this down, and I'll bring you in as we're leaving. As I'm rebuilding this, it occurs to me I should probably mention that you can now look, if I right click this and pick it up and place it like that, it even keeps the same texture. So I control and right click the block I want, and it selects that block without having to go into the atlas. I forgot to do it there. I was actually copying that block. So I can actually control right click the square block here, put it here, and it will keep the original texture as I chuck it in. And I'm doing this with mirror mode on as well. So as I'm rebuilding here, ooh, things went slightly skew-if. Yes, and I've done that on both sides. I might yet put another gun turret in here. There's space for one. Gotta quite work out how that's gonna go. I mean, we can see here that this goes out by 2 over and back at least a couple. I think maybe 3 or 4 before the thrusters were going to come in. So again, we can just, for example, control right click, control and right click that block, or any of that, blah blah blah. We need to bring the block up, sorry. So you got to have a block in your hand, control right click, there you go, and you've suddenly got that block back. And then you can yoink, 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 and we can at least do it like that for now. And what I'll probably do is control right click here, and we'll put in a block, just to sort of secure things up. And I'll probably put a block here, here, and here as well. But doing that is going to actually help quite a lot in at least Star Salvage, because it's going to help me select the block near the one I'm repairing to basically get the same block again. So here we go, grab that one, grab, how are we going into here? I think this is probably going to go like that. Right there. I mean, which would make the natural stop for the thrusters. So we'll take that one and we'll put, say, a block here, block here, block here, block here. Ooh, block there as well. Grab that one, block here, block here. It would make that very much the sort of natural layout in that area. And you'll see, because I'm in mirror mode, I've been rebuilding on this side as well. So that's all good. It's really helpful to have that picker. It makes it so much easier. Anyway, I will continue. And then we're gonna see if there's any other wrecks. And I might pop in on the colonists again and see if there's anything there I can sell. Okay, welcome back. We've done quite a bit of building here. In the meantime, you'll see that hopefully, well, my torch doesn't show it very well, but a whole bunch of this front end has been rebuilt using blocks off there to build things back up. We've got both these side wings are coming in nicely now. Few little repair things. What I'd love to do is if we can sell some bits at what I really need to do is get this airtight. If we can sell some bits at the colonist station, and they have station services, what I'd like to see if we could do is hit the repair button. I mean, we can't repair to template because obviously we don't have a last save template, but we could repair all the blocks that are damaged. And that in itself would be huge because there's no way I've picked up all the damaged blocks. The only problem is with the extra blocks I've added and bits I've taken, the weight is getting interesting. I am a little concerned that when I get back to the planet, if I'm going to try and bring this down near the base, that could be a problem. I may not be leaving until I get my T3 up and running, because there's no way it's gonna lift off without some big ass thrusters. But as we've got what we need to T3, it might not be that hard. I'm still tempted by having the little CV though. It'll be faster, more maneuverable. We can, you know, load it out with thrusters. Just really a small scavenger CV to act as like a secondary ship. I think that flashed up that we had station services. Let's see if there's anything we can sell. Now, I noticed, you know, it says you can sell some of these like big thrusters and things. Quite how you can sell them, because I've never managed to get things to sell properly from connected inventories yet. You're supposed to be able to do it, but I've never really seen it work. Okay, so you don't actually buy any of that. That really interests me. Basic multi-tool, bleh. Drill charge, I wouldn't mind bullet casings or bullets. I mean, I'm actually tempted to buy all 87 of your bullets. I'd even buy the bullet casings if I could sell you some other things. Let me have a look what else you've got. I'll sell you the rockets. Not really interested in using the rockets too much. What do we got here? Anything on board? I think we're fairly limited here. And sell you that assault rifle and one of the flamethrowers. You don't buy repair tools. You're not having the pentaxid. So I'll sell you the assault rifle. I'll sell you one of my flamethrowers. And that's about it at the moment. So I will buy off you as many casings as I can. Can I buy 818 casings? I can. Sweet. And those are going into connected inventory. No, they're not. Where are they going? Yeah, they should be going to connected inventory. They are going to connected inventory. So, interesting thing, if I put all of those bullets in there, can I now, could I sell them back to you from connected inventory? You see, I can't. Interesting, isn't it? I can't actually sell from connected inventory. Okay. Anyway. Back to the ship. Oh, not there. Back to the ship. There wasn't vast amounts I could sell. I've only got 2 grand, so I suspect even if there is station services available, I'm not going to be able to afford to just have blocks repaired. It's going to be a little more pricey than that. See, station services. Repair template not available, you see, so there is no template. So if I went, like, save a template now, and then went to station services, can I get a cost? Repair area blocked. Okay. Let's just see if I move out a little bit more. I just want to see if it'll work. Ooh, 1.8 million. I'm sure that'll be fine. Okay, bye. Build my own bloody repair pad. Okay. So, the plan. Stan. The man Stan plan is gonna be, let's go back down to the bay here. My core, and that is up here. My T3s are gonna go either side of it here or something like that, and I'm gonna make a feature out of it. But I'm gonna replace these with hardened steel blocks because at the moment they're carbon composite, just to sort of protect the core. But as is, temporary measures here, we are going to slap the warp drive down right there. Boink. One warp drive. I mean, my other temptation is to make a whole feature out of it up here and put the warp drive in as well. I might have to see how I'm going to arrange that out if I was going to do it. But the warp drive's a lot bigger. It's deeper. So that means the glass would have to come down another layer. Anyway, we'll look at that. So warp drive is down, which leaves us teetering on the edge of over CPU. Pentaxid wise, I should have more pentaxid than that. I thought I had more than that. Anyway, there's some in the Phytotron. Another 23 in the Phytotron. But what I'm probably going to do is go into the Phytotron and go into here. And if I go into the pentaxid tank, there should be 34 available. That might not get us as far as I'd hoped. Yes, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, I know. I know I'm hungry. Right, let's chuck that 34 there. And see what happens. Food-wise, Phytotron, if you don't mind, could you please provide me something to eat? My celebratory alien cake. Very nice. That's to celebrate my acquisition of a CV. and rebuilding it. And I need to come up with a faster way to get to the bridge. It's the only thing with CVs when they're massive. Right, so we can get 34 AU. That should be fine. That should be fine, because it's 10 AU to there. And 16 AU to here. So we're going to go for 10 AU and jump myself all the way back home. Like I say, I'm concerned about my ability to land. Okay, something to keep an eye on here. I'm coming towards the planet over my base where I tend to drop down. If you look here, this is available thrust remaining. As I get closer and closer to the planet, that is rapidly dropping to the point at which I don't think I'm gonna have enough, and I think I'm liable to crash, which is unfortunate to say the least. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to have enough lift to arrest our fall. So I want to get right over the base, because wherever I come down, it may be where I come down. Because here, 2 kilotons left. Still dropping. And we're not even in atmosphere yet. In a minute, it may be, you know, irreversible fall. 1.8 kilotons remaining. Well, as long as I get close to my base, hopefully I won't land in the water. But as long as I get close to my base, I'm happy. And then I can get the T3s in. And then I can go and sort things out. From there, I'll be fine. Because what I will do is, like I say, I'm going to go after that secondary CV. I think it's a good plan now. I've gone from getting one giant CV to going CV bananas. And I'm going to get all the CVs. Yeah, 550 kilotons. As soon as I touch atmosphere, I am going down. Wherever I go down, it will be permanent, I think, for the time being. Okay, we're going into atmosphere. I don't think we'll be able to arrest our fall. I'm not sure if we'll be able to hover. We can hover. We actually have 2.9 kilotons available. It's going to be a slow takeoff if we take off, but we can take off. So the reason I'll take the warp drive out is because I'll take the warp drive with me to get the other little one. It's going to be easier than bringing this one all the way, I think, and quicker at its current pace. I don't know, it might not be so bad if I get the, as this one will be able to take off again, albeit slowly. I can get the T3 cores on board. So let's turn that off. Let's revel in our victory. Revels, everyone, revels. Huge fanfare as I'm about to fall down, not break my leg. I was about to run out of oxygen, but all is fine. Thrusters on, thank you. Back this one up and out of our CV, which is now parked dwarfing our base. But there she is. Our CV is home. We are home. At which point, for now, I'm going to say Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe as always, and join us again next time. Thanks a lot.